I think like anyone, like prior to spinal cord injury, like it was a completely unknown world. I was lucky enough that, you know, prior to my injury, I actually knew someone who actually had a spinal cord injury the year before, year and a half, 2 years before I had mine. So I knew what a spinal cord injury was. I didn't know the major impacts it has on your life and accessibility and how you can, you know, get from A to B and so forth. I was 19, 20, and, you know, I didn't know the impacts that it had on him or asked him what his life was like. You know, I just see him at the pub, I'd be like, hey, let's have a beer. Like, you know, like I never ever thought anything further than that. I just thought that he now gets around in a power chair, like cool. But yeah, like, you know, having a spinal cord injury myself after that, it's just like, wow, there's so much more to it. I come from property, like, you know, where riding horses, motorbikes, chasing cows, like, you know, so that whole world was just completely unknown to me. I probably always just threw myself in the deep end and was just like, put it right in front of me and right, how am I going to go about this? How do I, you know, like for instance, the tractor, like how am I going to get into the tractor? And I literally just rolled up to it and played around with different ideas on where I'm putting my legs, how I'm going to pull myself up. Prior to ever having a spinal cord injury, did I know anything about this kind of world? No. I think any changes make a huge difference. You know, I think any change it makes a difference for people's not only physical well-being, but even their mental well-being. Like, you know, the fact of how stressful things can be on not being able to access them or you know, the level of difficulty it can take. I think on a mental side of things, like, you know, it can be quite draining and you know, I think, you know, to make that easier, I think brightens anyone and everyone.